Hi everybody, how you guys doing? Well, you're welcome to In His Love channel, and my name is Pedita. So guys, if you remember the story about Pastor Iluyomade and his wife from RCCG Church, City of David Parish, where the wife, where she had her 60th birthday, and she brought Flavor to perform for her birthday, and that raised a that raised a negative, thing in the eyes of Christianity, and long story short, he was removed from City of David from pastoring the parish. So there've been different stories here and there, what happened. But anyway, today, thanks to Daddy Freeze for bringing this to the public, credits to him. And so he brought a lady, an insider, and she spilled everything that happened. She said so many things there that we need to really analyze and discuss about concerning, the church politics, Christianity, and just everything put together. I will do that on a separate video, but for now, let's take some time. The video is a little long, but it's worth it. Especially if you're a redeemed member, it's worth it for you to know what is happening in the church that you attend, And even if you're not, this goes to Christians out there for you to see how things are done, So let's watch the video. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, share the video so someone out there can get it. It's really important. And pick out lessons, especially from this video, not just hearing the story of what happened to Pastor Iluyomade or what Pastor Adeboye did or he did not do. Let's pick out lessons from this video. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you on my next video. Subscribe also if you haven't. God bless you. Remain in His love.
Let us talk about the Trinity Towers and Pastor Iluyomade. Many of us heard about him for the first time when the late Herbert Wiguay passed on in an unfortunate incident in the United States of America. And Pastor Iluyomade's wife allegedly went on with her birthday party. And then we heard of a suspension. But you are a member of City of David. So please, ma, tell us from the inside what really transpired.
Number one, I'll be talking as an elder. I am 66 years old. To the glory of God.
66 years young, ma. Let me correct you.
66 anything. To the glory of God. And I joined Redeemed Christian Church of God from Freedom Hall when Pastor Tony Rapu started it, and then I saw that I was invited. People of like minds, like myself, were there, educated, So it fascinated me, and I joined with my entire member, with the Pastor Tony Rapu, and the place was growing. And then later, Pastor Esco joined, Fanny Ron. What's the name of this? Igodalo, so Pastor Tola Dutola, all those ones were and then Agu was in Jesus Army. Pastor Tony Rapu is a visionary. He has a lot of ideas. He was young, and that man was very creative. So he brought that creativity into modernizing Redeemed Christian Church of God, because the thing we met on ground was not modern, but he encouraged us that we should just stay. And even at that time, Daddy Adeboye came and said and told them that let them come in as they are. They are wearing earring gold. They are not covering their hair. So just come. Let them come in as they are. If they hear the truth will set them free. So we all liked him. We loved him at that time for that statement. So we went in there as we were. And then when we started hearing the truth, some of us started covering hair. Some of our dresses became to be long. At that time, I've been celebrity all my life. I had gold hair, pierced nose. But the truth of the Bible set me free. I removed and I gave my life to Christ. And then that's how the journey started. Suddenly, they said governing council came. I don't know the story they told Pastor Rapu, and they had to transfer him. They said it was the policy of Redeem that they must transfer pastors. I was not a pastor. But before he left, he distributed all of us, you understand, to the diaspora. He sent Pastor Gandhi to the US. He sent Pastor Esco to the island, Pastor ID to also the island. I had to open my house for care fellowship. He sent Godalo Itwa to Ikeja, Faniron. He has sent all these guys out to continue. He sent Pastor Agu to London as Jesus Army. No, he trained us to be like, you have to fight for Jesus. You have to fight to make sure that the gospel of God continued. He taught us how to be soldiers of Christ, which Pastor Adeboye was also part of at that time.
Okay, so this is Pastor Rapu.
Yes, Pastor Rapu taught us how to be soldiers, how to carry on the gospel. It doesn't matter where I post you to, you have to keep on preaching the gospel, spread it to the uttermost part of the world, the way I taught you, and so on and so forth. As for him, maybe they said he should leave Redeem at that time, so he left. So the work he taught us continued with Pastor Esco. So we started renting Lagoon restaurants. We did this, we were renting instruments and so on and so forth. And he posted, I had a fellowship in my house. And the thing at that time is that if you have more than 10 members in your fellowship, you turn them over to the parish and you start again. Do you understand? So I turned my membership to the parish, started inviting new members again, and then the work was going on. We were working for Christ, for humanity in City of David. And Pastor Adeboye was also part of us at that time. Do you understand?
I understand.
So we were able to build the sanctuary with Pastor Esco in City of David. At that time, he invited a lot of all these rich people. You know, this is the island, you know, where the movers and shakers of Nigeria live, where I don't have to say so many things. You know, this is the island. So Jim Ovia was part of us in City of David. A lot of other important personalities were there. So they were donating towards building the sanctuary and doing humanitarian services, which Pastor Esco was also doing. Do you understand? Meanwhile, Pastor Iluyomade was posted to King's Court to develop King's Court, and he was doing the humanitarian service there. He bought the land, built King's Court to 10 stories, school of Awon Oyinbo. You know, these people are educated, you know, they have the standard. So they brought that template into King's Court. Unfortunately for us, Pastor Esco died. Passed on. May his soul continue to rest in peace. So the thing almost shattered us in City of David, because we were doing this, do that, and we were doing it. So I think Pastor Adeboye now had to post Pastor Iluyomade to come and take over the sanctuary, the City of David. And then he came with his wife, Pastor Shiju Iluyomade. Only sanctuary was on ground. Do you understand? Before Pastor Esco died, he wanted to build tower, build house for God like Solomon did. So, and that was beside the Trinity Tower. There was a virgin land opposite the sanctuary, which is now where the Trinity Tower is
located.
So when the Iluyomades came, they now said, let's build school first, and then let's make sure that we now take over the land opposite us for Solomon building. Because it was big, it was large, was a large land, and then also we can also use part of that place to build a hospital. Let's remain where we are. That's what the Iluyomade said. Let's remain in the sanctuary whilst we are building the school, we are building the hospital, and we are taking over the land opposite us. When they contacted the owners of the land, they said it was like maybe 10 billion, I don't know, some billions of naira, which they couldn't afford. They announced it to the members. Members started donating. They approached the bank. The bank gave them some loan to buy the land. You understand? And then we don't. Which
bank gave them the loan?
It must have been. I think it was Zenith Bank at that time.
Okay.
It was Zenith Bank at that time. So, and they paid the money back at that time. So they now started announcing, as at when we were building school, they announced to members, every member of City of David donated to build the school. When it was time to build the hospitals, they announced, the Iluyomade announced to us that we should build affordable health care for our members and for the people in the community. Every member of City of David donated, and the hospital was built. It's called Healing Strives. So when it was time to now build Trinity Tower, you understand? So they now approached, they said we should donate land to buy the Trinity Tower. All of us donated though. And then we bought the land. But to build it, Pastor Iluyomade wanted us to have it in towers so that the money they are realizing from this office buildings can be able to maintain the edifice that we plan to build, so that he won't have to be coming to members all the time to donate this, to donate that. So that was how we have it in three towers. And we were donating only 5,000, donate 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, anything.
1 billion.
People, they donated. Some people who don't even have, they went to go and sell their things just to build house for God. And he built it. We were seeing what he was building.
Was he transparent?
It was very transparent. Pastor Iluyomade will come every Sunday and play it on the screen. This is the pledge members made last week. Of this pledge, 400 million has been paid. 200 million is outstanding. You understand? And this 400 million, this is what is going to use it to do. The remaining thing remains lighting, remains this, remains stage light. He will put it for us. So all of us will now begin to pledge. As we were pledging, we were paying. So also was Pastor Wiguay. He also was part of us. He was also paying as much as all of us were paying. It's not only him that paid.
So, Mommy, you're trying to say that the narrative that Mr. Herbert, I don't know if he's a pastor, Wiguay, the late Herbert Wiguay
of blessed memory.
The story we heard was that he built Trinity Towers, or he gave the most to Trinity Towers.
Pastor Herbert Wiguay did not build Trinity Tower.
Oh wow.
Alone. All of us in City of David contributed. As much as he also contributed, we, all of us also contributed to build Trinity Tower together. Some people gave more than the others.
Was he the highest giver?
For that one, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so, but he also gave money. He also gave money. We have to, now we cannot lie against him. He also gave money, just like we also gave money. Some people even gave more than me. Sure, you understand? And this runs into so many amount of money. Some people, when they started reading that news, that Pastor Wiguay was the one that built Trinity Tower, some people were annoyed of the donors. They left the church, even when Pastor Edi was still there. That what is the meaning of this? Why would they say Wiguay was the highest donor when not me, that those people donated so amount? I mean, they got upset.
And as an elder, you were privy to
this yes, I was inside hearing. This is not a matter of hearsay. As an elder, I was inside the thing. And then not only did Pastor Iluyomade did all this, he made us to donate money to build house, school for Makoko, free of charge. They are still there and feeding them, buying school bags, buying this for them. And Pastor Iluyomade, we normally contribute money to feed 5,000 poor people every Sunday. He created a soup kitchen. 5,000 people every Sunday. We always there's an offering for that. And then he did a lot of welfare. He even built house for Pastor Esco's wife in Parkview. Very beautiful house. So that for humanity, I mean, Pastor Esco was our pastor. He not of his own volition. Must we abandon his wife because headquarters was not even coming to do anything? So he did.
So the headquarters didn't really do anything for Pastor Esco's wife, Mom?
I don't know, but this is what we did for her. I don't know about that. So we built Parkview Estate to settle him. There's so many schools and all the hospital equipment that Pastor Iluyomade bought, donated to hospitals in the name of RCCG, putting it there on behalf of Pastor Adeboye and Pastor Folu Adeboye. I'm here to give you this. And he did a lot of CSR for Redeem. For the entire Redeem was Iluyomade that was doing CSR for the entire Redeem. And Pastor Adeboye and Pastor Iluyomade, they are like father and son. They know themselves. Do you understand? 2 mobile clinics were given to them, to City of David, by Auntie Folonsho Alakija, as part of CSR. It's still there if they have not sold it. So we did a lot of humanitarian jobs that he made us to be involved. It's not a matter of where you bring money. You bring your money and then bring your time. Is it, which one will I mention? Is it Kirikiri or prisons that we are visiting, carrying food, taking gospel to them and giving them, enlightening them how to get out, what to be of good character in the jail, and they are still there. It's not a matter of, and so many sending sick people to abroad. Pastor Iluyomade, if you are a member of City of David and you approach him, you are sick, he will buy tickets from whatever offering. You understand? And he will send them to the US. Many people, scholarship for children, for widows. He give them monthly food stuff for widow and money. You understand? Your daughter or your son wants to do wedding. There is something that the church will give you. So we were like working as a community. Do you understand? Welfare, transportation to and fro the church. In fact, I donated a bus. to the church so that they can be using it to go and be carrying people that don't have transport fare to come and be carrying them and bringing them to church. No, not only me, many members of City of David. All of us were working together with Pastor Idowu Iluyomade. We worked. Oh yes, we worked. And Pastor Idowu Iluyomade did a lot of things. Then this storm came, unfortunate storm. We didn't know where it's coming from. All we had was that there was a party of our dear brother
Herbert
Wiguay. Before I go into that, City of David was the highest title to headquarters.
Oh, we heard that, but we thought that was just rumors.
There's not rumors, it has been announced.
So the greatest tithe that went to camp
every time
from every redeemed branch.
Every redeemed is City of David, announced even by Pastor Adeboye. He always gives us that kudos. That City of David has been the highest title, highest offering, highest anything development, and who is driving all this highest thing? It's Pastor Idowu Iluyomade now.
Wow.
Do you understand? So Idowu Iluyomade was doing so many things in the name of Redeem by Pastor Adeboye, his father. And then we were following him to continue with their vision for God. You understand? Pastor ID made I don't even know all the CSR for the entire RCCG.
Wow.
He made a lot of money. Every CSR for and it's not for Redeem. It's not that he will single-handedly go and bring it. He will come to his members. This is what we want to do. Oh yeah, if you are interested, can you sow? If you sow, you will reap. So with our happiness, we were sowing. We were not complaining, and God was blessing us. Which one will I mention that Pastor Idowu Iluyomade? Is it the Israel trip that Pastor Adeboye and his team, that Idowu Iluyomade is the one that is organizing, that he will even come to us? Our daddy wants to go to Israel. We will donate. We're happily donating. We will give the money with happiness, and God was blessing us. I won't lie. There was no decrease in our pulse, because we are doing it for humanity. We are doing it with all our mind, with sincerity. We are doing it believing it was for Jesus. We did not know when how they got to where they are, because they were very close. Anything Pastor Adeboye wanted, he will call Idowu Iluyomade. Idowu Iluyomade will call his members and will obey. Is it bad day that Pastor Adeboye wants to do bad day? If we have to buy car, we have to buy it money, and we are doing it with happiness. Pastor, I don't even know what to even say more. Pastor Idowu Iluyomade never collected any money from any poor people.
So he never collected tithe from.
He never collected money from any poor people. Pastor Idowu Iluyomade is a giver. He's a giver to everybody. He's a giver. Whatever kobo that is remaining in his pocket, and you meet him that I need this money, that Idowu Iluyomade will bring it out and give you. You can ask anybody in City of David. He is a giver. He doesn't, in fact, he's a giver to a fault. And he's a good shepherd. As in, he will visit you, he will pray with you. If you have problem, he's inside the problem with you. You are in the hospital, he will visit you and carry members, organize members. He organizes us in groups. We have wisdom group, we have choir group, we have usher group, we have this, we have house fellowship. So if something happens in wisdom group, they will inform him, he will follow them. They are going to pray in the hospital. Do you understand? He pays school fees for one child for each worker in the office. And he even give pastors, the pastors that are supposed to be on volunteer work, he gives them money on a monthly basis. Then all this Then later I started hearing that our brother was paying salary to our choir.
Oh, yeah, we heard that. Can you please address that,
Pastor
Mommy? Herbert Wiguay.
Pastor Wiguay, just like any of us, can do anything in the house of God for staff. I mean, for staff office. Like me, for instance, every December, you understand, I pack presents for everybody in the staff office. Will I now say it's me that is giving them present? And every Sunday, I know how much I give to staff. So just as I do, others have done. So also is Pastor Wiguay. He was giving, he might have been giving them salary to some extent, but after some time he stopped. Other people gave it out.
Okay, so that narrative that the salary of the choir was paid by the late Herbert Wiguay.
It must have been only to an extent. Because some people even bought hats. As we are talking, some buys their dresses. Some clothe them. We work together, that nobody knows who brought what. But that is my brother Abba that is doing the. It's not only him. Even if he was paying salary, other people were also doing so many other things. And for that salary thing, I don't think he paid forever. No. After all, they have told him, but my daddy, our daddy, Pastor Adeboye, they have told the father and the mother that his son did not own Trinity Tower.
Oh wow! So Pastor Adeboye made this announcement.
He said his son did not build the Trinity Tower. Can't you not see the picture of my daddy, our daddy, in the Trinity Tower logo now? It's his picture. Picture. So if it was Wiguay, why not Wiguay? What Abba did was he loaned them, he borrowed them money.
How much did Herbert borrow them, Mommy?
For me, I cannot, even if I know, I cannot disclose.
Okay.
But whatever amount he borrowed them, maybe for a period of 10 years, and sending out of RCCG, City of David, is not even up to 4 years. 10 years has not lagged. The reason why my daddy sent Pastor ID out of RCCG is only known to him and to God. You understand? Because Pastor Iluyomade did a lot for our daddy.
Okay.
He did a lot for Daddy Adeboye. He did a lot.
Mommy, I want us to talk about this Pastor C.G. Iluyomade's birthday, the controversial birthday that caused the uproar, the public uproar and outcry, because we, the online in-laws or the online family, believe that Herbert Wiguay was the one who built Trinity Towers and he was one of the biggest donors to Iluyomade's church, and how could something like that have happened and they still progressed with a lavish birthday celebration. So Mommy, what are your thoughts on that?
My knowledge, not my thoughts. My knowledge about that is that our brother, Pastor Herbert Wiguay, it was not him that built Trinity Tower. Trinity Tower was built by collective of all members of the City of David, plus him. Do you understand? We contributed to build Trinity Towers, and that is it. The bad day that happened, unfortunately, I was not even in the country at that time, but we suddenly heard that our brother, what happened to our brother? Everybody was, we were all devastated. Well, because we know him. Do you understand? And it's like, what's the meaning of this? So Pastor Shiju, to my knowledge, postponed her birthday, which has been planned for like a year before then. And I was told that even our mommy, our mother in Israel, was privy to the birthday celebration also, because Pastor Shiju happens to be her daughter. That's how we see. That's how we saw all the four of them. To the extent that they even sent Ashwebi to our mother.
That is Mommy Gio.
Mommy Gio. So to me, when they were talking about parties, holding or parties, I'm like, Mommy will tell Pastor Shiju what to do or what not to do. So when I heard that the party happened, because I was not in the country, I'm like, so maybe Mommy finally granted that he should go and do the party. That was my thought at that time. But the following day, I now started reading the blog in the US, and I'm like, oh my God. So it became like, oh my God. Anyway, Daddy came in at that time. Daddy Adeboye came in because of the public cry to calm the public down.
That was the tension.
The tension. So he placed Pastor Iluyomade on suspension to be coming to Ebute Metta, which was to me as like, thank God, that will even calm down the public. So Iluyomade and the Shiju Iluyomade, they were going to Ebute Metta to serve the punishment. And some of us, by that time I came back, some of us went with them to serve the punishment. What's the punishment? We just report there every Sunday, and then we do the service there, and we normally leave the place.
So who was heading City of David in the interim?
When he was sent on suspension, governing council, before he was sent on suspension, they said governing council came from Daddy Gio that to announce to us in the church what happened to our brother and his family and the body. And because of that, our pastor ID has to be placed on 3 months suspension. And is there any question? Some of us asked some questions, but they didn't answer the question. So we said it's okay. Let him go and serve the punishment. We're all waiting for what is going to happen after 3 months, thinking that he has served the punishment, then he will come back to continue his job. But 3 months finished though. The next thing we heard was that a letter was written to Pastor Iluyomade while they were posting other pastors about. The letter was written to him that he must not enter City of David at all. Okay, so during the time that he was on suspension, they installed Pastor Pandi to also come there for 3 months. So Pastor Pandi was the one that was pastoring us for those 3 months. When Pastor Idolu, even Pastor Pandi used to announce that he stay here for 3 months. Do you understand? And at exactly 3 months, Pastor Pandi left too. I don't know how he did that. But that after 3 months, instead of Pastor Iluyomade to be brought back, what we saw was Pastor Kayode Piton. So we're now like, so where is Pastor Iluyomade? They said maybe they will post him to other parish. It's okay. If they said that is the policy of Redeem, it's okay. He has done King's Court before. He has done Trinity Tower now. He could do it in anywhere, any other place. So we are waiting for his posting. And the next thing we now read is that they said he should not enter City of David.
No way.
Again.
Is this confirmed, Mommy,
yes.
or this is just the...
Yes.
So Pastor Iluyomade, who literally built the City of David and the Trinity Towers, was banned from entering it?
Yes.
And this is confirmed?
After he served the suspension. So what I'm reading online that he rebelled, he did not rebel, he served the punishment. But he was told not to enter City of David. But why they did that is only known to our daddy, governing council, and God. I cannot answer why, but we were curious. So what do? we started writing letter. We wrote letter of appeal to Daddy that please don't do this. This is our pastor. Remember what he has, remember the works of his hands that he has done, even for you, for us, for the Church of Christ, for the Redeemed Christian Church. We started quoting all these things that Pastor Iluyomade has done. We wrote, we signed our names, we sent to our daddy. We didn't get any response from him. So what happened was that the Iluyomades now started going to other redeemed parishes. The first place they went back to was where they were coming from, King's Court, and the King's Court parish pastor welcomed them that this is our father and our mother who actually started this place, and they were even doing their anniversary, only to be told later, the pastor that welcomed them, that they must not be welcomed there again. So they left the place, they went to
Mommy,
other...
is this confirmed or are these speculations?
It's not speculation. It's
Wow.
not because when we wrote letter to our daddy of appeal, to even post him anywhere, you understand, and we didn't get a response, and that he should not enter City of David. I am a believer, as Daddy taught us, you understand. He taught us, that the Adeboye taught us, that 99, if you are rearing 100 cattle, one of them gets lost. You have to leave the 99 and go after the soul of the one that got lost and bring him back to the fold. And when you bring him back, you rejoice. So me, I was after the lost soul of Pastor Iluyomade. Will we now leave him to go back to the world after 32 years that he has worked all his life for Daddy and for God? Will he not be discouraged? So for me and my family, we went after his soul to bring him back to the kingdom, to redeem. Do you understand? That's the only thing. That, my last born is 35 years old now, and I joined Redeem when he was only 3. So you can know that I've been in Redeem since 32 years ago.
Wow.
So that is how far I've been there. So there's no other place I can bring a lost soul to other than to Redeem. And I know how many people, I can't even count them, God has used me and my family to bring to the Redeemed Christian Church of God anywhere. Even my husband, my family were church planters, as in myself, my children, their spouses, we normally put money together to build redeemed parishes for as satellites. We built one in my village. It's now a provincial, a province parish. We built one in Abuja, Redeem. We are mission planters. That's our calling. And it's not that we plant it to start going back there and say, bring your tithe, bring your... We plant and we move on to where. So that soul, we had to go after the soul of Pastor ID.
Now, there's something I would like to ask, Ma. Did you consult any elders that could intercede on his behalf to Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of RCCG?
We consulted a lot of important personalities in Nigeria, which I don't want to mention their names, but if they watch this thing, they know themselves. I'm talking of high and high to go and beg our daddy for us. And they went to beg him. They asked him, is this boy useful to you? He said yes. Said he was repaying loan, but he has been repaying the loan without coming to ask you question. So why don't you leave him and let him finish repaying the loan? He said okay, he would let him come back. He did not. Other people went to go and beg, rolling on the floor, forgive him. So I'm like, Daddy, our daddy Adeboye that taught us about forgiveness 70 times 7 times in the Bible, every scripture I know it was Daddy Adeboye that taught me. You understand? I learned scripture from him. I practiced the work in City of David and with humanity. You understand? He taught. He's a good teacher. He teaches us a lot of things about the scripture. So, where is forgiveness? If I was part of those who wrote a letter of appeal, and I was like, oh, Daddy will forgive him. Yes, it's unfortunate that the party happened. Nobody, and then he came into the situation to calm the public down. Do you understand? That is okay. But after that, well, how did they get to where they are? How that don't enter redeem, don't play music, don't do this, and you did not even lead them to, okay, don't enter redeem. This is the religion you should be. You should not be worshiping. I don't like that. I'm appealing to Daddy to reconsider his stance.
Let me ask you something, Ma. The PFN, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, what have they done? Because as a pastor for over 30 years, that's Pastor Iluyomade, he will have some, can I use the word, connection inside the churches, the PFN, other Pentecostal pastors. Did they intervene at any point?
Daddy freeze. Daddy Adeboye is the father of Christianity in Nigeria. Whatever he says to us is final. It's from God. His father talks to him every time, and we believe what his father tells him. So Pentecostal FN of Nigeria, they cannot go to Daddy Adeboye and say anything if the father, our father's father, our father's daddy has not spoken to him. Do you understand? That is how we operate. If daddy does not, our daddy's daddy does not talk to him, if he doesn't hear from daddy, what is he going to say? Because he hears from daddy every time. Daddy asked me to tell somebody here tonight, and we believe, and that is what has been going on. You understand? So nobody has said anything. That man was abandoned. That man was confused. That man did not plan to even, he doesn't even know how to start church. He does not plan to start any church.
Because what we heard was when they sent him out of City of David, he now went to start his own.
No.
So it was because he was not allowed back.
Not even because. He was not allowed into redeem.
As a whole.
As a whole.
Even as a member.
Yes. And he cannot,
wow.
He was an Anglican by where he was coming from. His father was a reverend. And he has lost 32 years in Anglican. If he goes back to Anglican, where is he going to start from? Do you understand? So they were like dumbfounded. They were like, they sat at home. Nobody to go to. Even the people that they were helping abandoned them. I can tell you, I can confirm this, but my father, my daddy, Daddy Adeboye, taught me, he taught all of us. So me, I took his preaching that if you lose a soul, you must go and look for this. And that's what the Bible says. Look for that soul and bring him back to the kingdom.
To the fold.
That was what I went. I had to go on assignment for Daddy Adeboye and his dad and his daddy, our God. Do you understand? So when I went to Pastor ID, I was expecting to meet a lot of people so that all of us would be like, sorry, where else do we go? Nobody was there. Nobody.
I caught a glimpse, if I could use that, of Pastor Adeboye preaching yesterday, and he said something about those who left with Iluyomade, and he called them, I don't know, I can't be 100%, and I don't want to. He allegedly called them some names and didn't seem to be very happy with them.
Yeah, I think I heard that those who left City of David, he didn't mention those who left with Iluyomade because it's my daddy. He said those who left City of David or left Redeem, they are demons.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? And meanwhile, the place that they have paid for, that Trinity Tower, was built by, they are in darkness, was built by the supposedly demons. Do you understand? That's the one that actually made me like almost cry yesterday. Abi, how can my daddy talk like that? Do you understand? That they were like, and even my mommy, our mother, Mommy Gio, they are demons. Darkness and light cannot live together. Meanwhile, that they have paid the loan of the Trinity Tower and it is now their own. Okay, demons built Trinity Tower. Our daddy should come there and cast out the demons. Do you understand? But he didn't cast them out. And so I now started wondering that, is this my daddy that is talking? Or is it Daddy Adeboye that, what is going on? Is anybody tuning there? I don't know.
Let me ask you, Ma. Did when Pastor ID left City of David, did you live with him?
I did not leave City of David with him. I was in City of David trying to do the mediation, looking for who to beg, who to, you understand? I wasn't even that close to Pastor ID. I was just his parishioner. Do you understand? So how could I have now decided to now say because it's going on? We don't even do that in City of David. When Pastor Escort, all of us stayed waiting for the next pastor. So that was what we did. We didn't, I didn't plan to go with him. But when I saw that there was no prayer, I'm in the prayer department. There was no prayer that was even brought up to even pray for his soul. Have mercy on his soul. They said he has sinned. Let us pray that, let God have mercy on his soul. Let us go and pray with him. We are not even going to pray for his restoration. Let us go and hold hand and then encourage him and pray. You understand? Our daddy said, you have sinned, you did party, you danced or whatever. If daddy has considered his daddy in heaven and him, they considered it a sin. Who am I to say no? So let's pray for him. Let God have mercy on his soul. Nobody did that. I asked all the pastors, they didn't do that. You understand? I'm like, oh my God. So me and my family now, like, we have to go and look for Pastor ID. We did not even know where he was. But by asking, we found him. And then we went to go and serve the punishment with him. We prayed with him. I said, don't worry. Daddy that is doing this, he will sort it out. After the 3 months, I was hoping. That was what I waited for. That was what that was what now baffled me, that how did they get to where they are? My daddy, Adeboye, Pastor Iluyomade, that is his son, because he will tell us, Daddy said we should do this and we will obey. And Pastor Shiju Iluyomade, that is Mommy Gio's daughter, how did they get to this separation?
Let's try Salad and Go's 3 new limited time menu items.
Iluyomade, that is Mommy Gio's daughter, how did they get to this separation? It's what we don't know. That forgiveness cannot solve. How did they get there? That forgiveness cannot solve this thing. And a lot of things when Pastor Pandi was pastoring us, so many things happened in City of David that has never happened before. Which one will I mention? One man collapsed inside church in the presence after he shook his hand. He collapsed, but thank God, God woke him up. A lot of people started. Oh yes, they now said the Trinity Tower is so many things that in fact, we never even thought of. Àwa kàn sìn Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ká worship God, ká fi owó wa sìn Ọlọ́run, ká fi ṣe nǹkan fún humanity, and we never thought of this other things that they were bringing into all these demons, something that the Adeboye did not even mention anything about demon to us, even in camp. All you will pray is you'll be stronger than your enemy. Do you understand? You'll be stronger than your enemy. So all this demon thing that I'm now hearing, maybe it's a new trend of this thing. I don't know. Because we didn't it didn't teach us about demonology. So many things of Daddy Freeze. So many of this that you should be clapping in the office of so many things. So many clapping, many we started hearing, not even hearing, seeing things.
Like what?
Oríṣiríṣi mi tí ẹ lè sọ. Perceiving odors of kéèyàn máa fi tùràrí even inside the pastor's office. Tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀. Oríṣiríṣi. When no one any grudge against ourselves before, we were like one family and we were plenty. Nobody had any grudges against anybody. Yes, some people was complaining about Pastor Shiju's this that I don't know Mama. We're not that
close.
We're not until God sent us on assignment to go and search for and bring him to the fold. But when we preached to him, we prayed with him, okay, let's go back to church. That's when he now told us, you can't go back there. Why? This is what Daddy, and the man was crying. This is what my daddy told me.
So Pastor
Iluyomade
was crying.
This is what
in tears, in real tears.
This is what my daddy said.
Wow.
Daddy said, I can't enter City of David. I tried to do this, and some people in his neighborhood that knew that he was a pastor, they were now coming to him that he should continue to pray for them. So where would he take them to? Where would he take them to? So we now have to now say, okay, for these people, we were the people that told him, since you can't go back to redeem, Abishe Mani kó lọ sí first choir, I don't even know which church will I now say you should go. Okay, gather yourselves in your sitting room and start clapping and start worshiping God with these people and even your staff in the house. On Sunday, you can worship in your house. Sometimes when I don't want to go, when I'm not able to go to church, I stand by my altar and I do my worship there. So you to go and stand somewhere and worship. That's how it started. He said he does not know how to do this thing. He doesn't know how to start any church. He didn't plan to start a church. He didn't know anything. We now told him, we didn't say start a church. We said worship your God in your house.
Okay, Mommy, if you had the opportunity of having the General Overseer of RCCG, Pastor Adeboye's if you had his audience, let's maybe if this video goes out and he sees it and says, okay, you know what, come to my office, and what do you want to ask him for?
I will ask him to forgive Pastor Iluyomade for whatever it is. I don't even want to know what transpired between them, but for the good works that Pastor Iluyomade has done for him, with him, and with other people through him, for God, my daddy should forgive him. He has told him to go. Probably he has gone. Let him be. You understand? All this, he should just clear the air. What I was even expecting to hear my daddy say when he came to City of David yesterday is that, oh, your former pastor is not coming back here again. All this edifice we have met here, he built it.
To give him some credit.
Give him some credit. Whether it's on loan or it's nobody's this thing. Give him some credit. Thank him for the things he has done. But what I will tell you, my children, is this work must continue and even be more than this. Oh, I will clap. Do you understand? So if I have opportunity of talking to him, I'll still need, he's my father. I'll still kneel down for him and say, Daddy, please forgive Pastor Iluyomade and let him be. He will now decide what he wants to do with him, because I don't know for how long that thing can last. They are very close, so they are very, very close. All this go like this, go, only the two of them understand. They are like father and son. So I still believe Daddy can work out something with him, but you should forgive him. That forgiveness that he taught us, I want it in action. Then I will know that my daddy that led me to Christ is still my daddy in Christ.